Good evening, everyone. How you all doing today? Let me get everything here so I can actually see everyone. And good evening, everyone.
Yep.
How you all? For once, my actual stream is actually looking pretty good. Want to thanks everyone for joining us today. And as Druid said, this launches the official 26, 30 hour plus um, stream of 24 or 20 about 30 hours, about 30-hour stream for the Extra Life Children's Charity, so that we can be raising money for the children through a number of different Miracle Network hospitals. And so it's going to be running from now until I believe midnight on Saturday. So, and actually, we have quite a number of different charities that's going to be working towards, but they're all going to be streamed by LOTROStream members. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And so my first part of the stream that I'm going to be doing here is going to be it's going to be the third week for Forte's Academy of Music, and this is going to be actually class 3. Class 1, we taught everyone how to be able to find new ABC music, be able to add it to their computer, and be able to perform it as a solo and as a band inside of game, um, just using the text. Uh, Week 2, we taught people how to download, install, set up the songbook plugin, and to be able to do all those, set it up so you can do all those same functions, but using the ease of the actual plugin itself. So now that people have learned how to do it the hard way, and they've learned how to perform music the easy way, now it's time to learn how to make your own music. And that's what we're going to do today. But before we get into that, I actually have 2 students in game right now. And if anyone, I'm on the Landreval server. While I'm talking about the Extra Life information, if anyone wants to join me in game with the rest of the class, I'm on the Landreval server in the over at the Methyl stage, which is south. It's going to be southeast of Hoppiton. They've come join us here. And if you come here into the audience, just make sure to send me a text. That way I know that you're here to do the class, and that way you're also on the stream. And I believe Raid and Thor, you're able to hear me. If you want to go ahead and confirm that in chat as well. But the reason we're all here, the main reason we're all here, is because of Extra Life. Let me go ahead and kind of get things. Actually, I'm still on the screen here. So what I have set up here is the letter that was issued by Cordovon. So let me get this pulled up here. There we go. So, as you go and donate throughout the night, whether or not you are trying to help push towards an overall goal, or whether or not you're trying to, you're donating yourself, there's going to be a number of different incentives that Cordovon has set for everyone. And as you can see here, it hasn't been updated yet, but it's actually going to be going from 6 p.m. Eastern until 11:59 Eastern, Saturday, October 14th. But it's funny because today, October 13th, Friday the 13th, hopefully this begins the stream with a I guess good luck instead of the typical Friday the 13th. But there are a number of different ways that you can donate. One, you can donate to the actual team, well, to team members on the LOTROstream, and you can actually go there by following this link here. And I believe we have an emoticon, or not emoticon, a command in chat if someone wants to trigger that for me, for the actual, to be able to give the links to be able to donate. If you go to the actual Team LOTROstream, you actually will be able to, once you click on donate, you'll be able to select the individual team member that you want to kind of sponsor. And again, you can pretty much donate to any of them. Now, I do welcome you guys to donate to me as well because I do have a goal. It's a modest $500 goal for the local hospitals in my area because I'm in the southern Utah area, and so it's going to be more for the Intermountain Children hospitals that are in the area. And Elda, if you're in chat, do you know what that command is for the link to be able to show people the team pages? Otherwise, as you can see on the screen, and I can even post it here in the chat right there. That allowed you to be able to go to the actual EL. Okay, perfect. And I guess it didn't trigger. There we go. Extra. Okay, exclamation mark extra life. So that's going to be good for the rest. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so now if you wanted to, as you can see here, the one that's on there is for Jerry Cordovon. I do actually have my own personal one. Let me get this pulled up here. I'll give you my link here. And again, it doesn't, in the pursuit of our overall goal, it doesn't matter really who you submit it to. I mean, it does in regards to us trying to help fulfill funding for the local hospitals that we're trying to sponsor. But in the end, we're pretty much all trying to work together. Looks like so far, I actually noticed offline, I did raise $9. So thank you to whoever did do that donation. I never saw that coming in. So thank you very much. So if you want to, if you want to be able to donate to me as well during this, I'm going to be on for about 3 hours. To that you can actually go to that location. You'll be able to donate as well. Now, if you go to someone's personal page, any donations that you submit there will contribute to the overall team goal. Let's see here. Okay. Now, as you can see here, there are a number of different goals that we can go with. And again, there's the overall goal incentives, like as Cordovon has here, $4,000, which is the first goal. Actually, we've already surpassed that goal. We're at like what, 1,500, 1,500 plus. You're at 1,600. So we've already surpassed that first goal. And right now it's showing 10 500 Lotro point codes and 10 Hero of the Small Poke title codes be randomly distributed to people who donate at least $5 to the fundraising effort. So even if we, for whatever reason, did not reach our 2,000 mark, anyone who's contributed now and up to that point will have that chance. So, even now, anyone who wants to donate will be more than welcome to submit those donations. Now, again, something that is very important for those of you who've already donated and for those of you who will be donating, for Cordovon to be able to know who you are, as it shows here, you will need to make sure to send him a private message on the actual Lotro forums. And you want to be able to, let's see here, they want your Lotro forum name, and don't, let me see here, and since he doesn't get information on the other team members, so if you donate and want to get a prize, you must fill out the following information. So it's the name that you've used for your donation, whether it's like your game name or whatever name you're using, your forum name, the amount you donated, and the approximate date that you donated. That way, everything can be pointed towards you. That's if you want to be able to get a prize. Now, $2,000 mark, 10 more 500 Lotro points, and 10 more Hero of the Small Folk codes will be randomly distributed to folks who donate $5 or plus. 3,000, you get 10 more 500 Lotro points, and 10 Ghost Bear codes will be randomly distributed to folks who donate $5 plus. 4,000, you get 10 more 500 Lotro points, 10 more Ghost Bear codes randomly distributed to the people who donated. $5,000, that is our official goal. At this point, he's going to be sending out 5 Mordor Collector Edition codes. That's what I'm hoping for, since I don't have the expansion yet. Of course, all the other ones are pretty cool because I can always make use of them. And the winners will be drawn through a random number generator, and anyone who has donated at least $5 and has submitted their information to Portavon through private messenger on the forums will be eligible to win. So make sure if you donate something, you contact him through the forums. Now, sure, there are those overall goals that you can make that we can hit, but for anyone who makes any donation here, you will get something. It's not a random selection, it's what you're going to get. So for $5, you're going to get a forum title of your choice, which is cool. $5 to have your own title on the forums is really cool. I already have a couple in mind that I want to use. And then within, of course, it has to be within the community guidelines. And you need to make sure to PM him your desired choice. And if you already have a custom title, he can obviously add an additional one. For $10, you can get a custom forum avatar. For $20, you can get an in-home or in-game Hero of the Small Folk title. And for $30, you can get a Ghost Bear pet certification or certificate, which you will mail up to 3 Ghost Bear certificates to various characters you like on whatever service you want. So it's pretty cool. So it's a lot of those low incentives to be able to get just by donating. You don't have to worry about it being randomly selected. And he also goes on to, for $100, he will be honored to hang out with you and your kin in game. While there are certain rules, and he cannot break things, like things that hurt the game world, giving out loot, leveling people up, etc. Mostly common sense stuff. He will be able to give a couple things, and he will, of course, be open to any and all QA. So, the other important note here is that everything is cumulative. So if you donate $30, you also get the benefits of the lower tier. So for $30, you get the forum title, the custom avatar, the Hero of the Small Folk title, and the Ghost Bear. So you get all that together, as well as if you get up to 100. So everything kind of works together. So it's pretty cool. So there's a lot for us to be able to work forward to. Now, again, I've already had a couple comments about my in-game quality right now. Because right now I'm just doing the music, I'm not worrying a lot about the quality of the game right now. The main reason why is because I want to make sure, because I've been having internet system issues. So right now I'm kind of giving way to to my graphics, to the ability to actually to run my system during this stream itself. Once I go out and do the second part of the stream, I'm gonna be going out and doing the Bound or Babbly little adventures. Then I might up my stream quality at that point. But for now, this is what I'm going to be working with. If that all works for everyone here. Let me make sure I'm looking at my chat here, make sure no one has any questions. And again, at any time, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to throw it out in chat. If I don't respond, obviously we have a number of dedicated moderators, that can answer any of your questions. And so, as you can see, we have $1,618.46. That means we have less than $400 to go to reach the $200 mark. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So, if anyone has any questions, let us know now. Until then, let's go ahead and move on with the third class of Forte's Academy of Music. Let me see here. There we go. There we go. All right, and I want to thank those of you students who are still in the group in game for your patients. And so this class is going to be focused on how to first load. I mean, because the way that you create music in game is to tape. Well, there's multiple different ways. One, you can custom write the ABC files. If you know how to transcribe or know the musical notation system, how it transcribes to ABC notation system, you can actually handwrite your own music. And I actually have written instructions for that on my actual website. So if you do have interest in being able to do that, you will be able to go online to my website, which is going to be Forte's Academy of Music.gamerlaunch.com. And say, Rowan, do you get your free Mithril coins as an apology to player yet? I haven't requested it yet. I had just noticed the message when I just logged in, so I haven't attempted it yet. Anyone in game who's attempted it, if you want to verify, as you can see there, yeah, October 13th to the 19th is the fall injury immunity, and then the Mind the Gap. Let's see, Mind the Gap, and until October 22nd. Okay, so until October 22nd, you should be able to claim your Mithril coins. So it should be available now. Okay, so all right, awesome. Okay, no, it's fine. No, anyone, I mean, anyone would have already done their donation. So we do appreciate any donations that you guys end up doing. Okay, so if you follow and go to my website, you will, in the actual written classes up at the top, you will see where it shows written lessons. You click on there, it actually will go to my old websites because I haven't added FAQ functionality to my website yet. But you can see all the lessons pretty much written out. That also includes how to convert real musical notation to ABC notations. As well as this class on how to be able to, I also have video on how to create new music with Maestro. So instead of having to handwrite everything, a player came out with the program which is called Maestro. No relation to my name, although I wish I was the one who created Maestro. And my name came first. But you could take that program. You can then take MIDI files of music. The MIDI files are then converted to ABC files once you've loaded it into the program, and after you've assigned the instruments for the MIDI tracks, so the MIDIs are separated in different tracks for different instruments. They're like different, the actual different musical tracks. You assign instruments, comparative instruments in the LOTRO world to that particular instrument on the actual real existing MIDI. Now, a lot of instruments are interchangeable, like music in a MIDI file that uses a string instrument. That they can be used on a lute, a harp. Violins work well with like clarinets. And so it's more about listening to it. You want to try to match up the instrument based off of the real life instrument to the LOTRO instrument. Try to find out which one sounds the best. Sometimes it helps out knowing what LOTRO instrument sounds the best for a particular real life instrument. Like I found that bagpipes and even horns do well as being organs. Those are those instruments that are kind of tough to kind of distinguish, but those are the kind of LOTRO instruments that kind of work out. And we're going to kind of go over that once we go over the basics here. So the first thing we're going to want to do, those of you who are in chat, I'm going to make sure, let me pull my chat down here so I can see it. Those of you who are in chat, and you two who are in one person who's in game. Thank you, Thor, for hanging out. Thor, you're able to hear me, right? Just want to make sure you can still hear me. Those of you who want to be able to get the Maestro program, if you go to my website, and I'll also get the link here for you because I already have it set up for you. On the left side, if you go down to programs, you're going to see where it says Maestro. If you click on that, it's going to take you to the GitHub website. And I'm going to go ahead and paste it to you guys here in chat. Get it there. Thor, are you able to, I know I keep breaking up. Are you able to hear me well enough to be able to hear in game, or would you prefer to hear it through the stream? Go and verify with me if you're able to hear it well enough to be able to hear me. Now, I want to make sure. I want to check the alerts every so often here to see if we have any changes here. Are you able to hear me enough to continue to listen to me in game, or would you rather listen to me through the stream? Or would you rather just listen to me on the stream itself so you hear me? I don't think there's much of a delay in the stream. Greetings, Ski. How you doing? I'm gonna check the delay here. Or would you rather just listen? I think it's maybe a 20-second delay, so it's not too bad. Okay, so Thor, are you able to? Did you want to go and continue hearing me through the game? Well, the stream is going live right now. We're actually on the live stream, so if you want to just go ahead and listen to it through the stream and just watch me in game, then we can just do it that way. You can just use the stream sound. Go there and let me know when you're there and ready. You can just hear the music in the background. Oh, there you go. Nice. Okay. Didn't see you over there. Let me now you see I'm going to invite you. That way for any things that we do in game. Now, Nisa, do you have the songbook plugin installed, or do you know how to perform music using just your chats? What situation are you at right now? All right, so let's go on to this next step. Go ahead and download the Maestro program. I'm going to go ahead and run through the same steps. Maestro can be installed at any location. It doesn't have to have any specific location in reference to what we're going to do. And it's pretty much a .msi file. So I think by default, it does send a shortcut. Okay. That's okay. We will come to that road when we come to it. Regarding you creating or performing the music. That's all right. And if you want to learn how to be able to do those two parts, how to be able to perform music with Songbook as well as using your chat, you can check out the previous two. Okay, no problem, Thor. We'll try to work through it as much as possible through the in-game chat or in-game sound. So, okay, perfect. You're downloading the music. Thor, go ahead and follow the link and download Maestro. Let me know because it should download it and then it should open it up and it should be shown on your screen. Let me know when you've downloaded Maestro and you are ready to be able to use it. And those of you who are in chats or in game, in the stream, if you want to follow along, let me know. If you're following along, let me know when you have yours installed. NASA. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. NASA. Okay, N-I and then SA. NASA. 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 Sa. Sounds good. All right, let me know when you guys have yours pulled up. Now, like I said, Maestro's pretty cool because a lot of music has multiple different tracks associated with it. Whether or not it's a solo song, most solo guitar songs has just one track. Piano songs, and yeah, a lot of piano songs have two tracks to it. The harmony and the rhythm. It's the harmony and the rhythm because you're using two hands. And in piano music, there's two tracks associated with it. So you could use those two tracks and actually associate the single instrument to that track. And I'll show you this once we pull up Maestro. That way it's a single song. But you can also have that as a duo song. So that could be two lutes associated to it, or it could be a lute and a harp, and that will give you a duo song. And again, you'll see the specifics of that once we actually pull it up. And while they are getting theirs pulled up, I am going to get my Maestro pulled up. And once theirs are pulled up, what we're going to do is next walk you through. This is before we create music. We want to walk you through setting up in a standard way that a lot of the music community has it set up. This way that if you're sharing music, they can see the music and the numbering system makes sense for them as well as the look. So we want to try to keep things kind of standard across the music community. And that's why I take that time to make sure that everyone's kind of set up in that same standard way. And I'm going to get this set up so that way you guys can actually see it. What I'll do, I'm just going to create a new scene here. Okay. Okay, it's already there. So this is what Maestro looks like when you open it up. I'm going to wait till you guys should be able to see anything that I do. Yeah, you should see my mouse. Okay, so all that works out. And check you guys. Nasa, let me know when you have yours opened up, as well as yours, Thor. And send your messages through on the fellowship, so that way it will make it easier for me to be able to see it. Oh, okay, Nasa, I just saw your private message. It's multiple multitasking right now. You guys get yours pulled up at all? Up and ready? Hello, Maestro. Well, hello. How did you know? Nah, he doesn't know. It's chewing on it. I assume that means it's trying to pull it up. It usually takes a little bit the first time it loads. To be able to get it fully loaded up. What about you, Nasa? Nasa? While you guys are getting it pulled up, just going to grab a quick drink. While we're doing that, I just want to double check. Oh, and I also do want to check here. Oh, looks like we have a follower. Who is that? Thank you, Stulimstryer. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. Okay, let's double check here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change this to Fellows Chat. So that way I can just see you guys. So right now, I don't know if you guys have messaged. Okay, let me know in Fellowship Chat, you two, if you have Maestro opened up. Give me the heads up, and that way I can go ahead and we can go on to the next step. Okay. Looks like someone's horsing around. You guys got it all? All right, so I'm not sure if they're trying to respond or not. Okay, you're still working on it? Okay. Is the program downloaded and is trying to open it up? Is that what's happening? What about you, Nasa? Nasa? So from here to get everything loaded up. And what we're going to do, if we end up, let's see here. Okay, no problem. What about you, Nisa? That's what happens. We have a little bit of internet issues. That's when causes issues with some of the downloads. So that's quite fine. All right. So what we are going to go ahead and do now, as we wait for this to happen, right now we're actually reaching. Oh, see, that did animate a little bit. Reaching almost nearly our first hour here. As we, here we go. What we're going to go ahead and do is we have a few giveaways that we can actually do here on stream, and we want to, of course, make sure we kind of spread them out across the next 36 hours. So I think what I am going to do is kind of set some goals here before I give them out, kind of like little personal goals. Let's see here. We are at 1,619. If we were to reach, let's go at a, no, 1,700. Let's go with 1,700. Uh, so if we reach a 1,700 goal right now, we will go ahead and hold a raffle for a 500 point key, and it will be randomly selected from anyone who is currently in chat. So right now we have, it's only a meager $80 between now and then for 1,700. Again, the other goals are obviously going to be higher for everyone, but this first one to kind of get things going, I'm going to set it just strictly at 80. So, or yeah, not 80, but at 700, 1,700. So let's go ahead and see what we can do for the kids. Feel free to donate if you can, donate if you can't, or don't if you can. That's quite fine. Okay. Oh yeah, looks like. All right, so it looks like it's just us, Thor. That's okay because it looks like Nasaw is gone. So what we're going to go ahead and go from now, and I can go ahead and get you set up Thor as we go. But once you have the Maestro program opened up, you're going to see a number of sections here. And a lot of this, for those of you who watched the first class where you actually saw what it looks like inside an ABC file, this is actually where a lot of that is set. You're going to see where it shows the T. The T is actually the title of the song. You just strictly put in the title, the song title. C is the song composer. You can see that as you hover your mouse over top of it. Z is a transcriber. It's the person who would transcribe the MIDI file into an ABC file. The section down here on the left side, once we have a MIDI file kind of loaded in, this is where we're going to be assigning the different parts to and on the right side to the different tracks on the right. Once we have an actual MIDI file to pull in, you can kind of see how that will work out. The X up here is where you assign the part number. Now we will be setting this up so it automatically assigns the part number depending on how many of a particular instrument we have. And then it should automatically load the name of the instrument on the right side. And you can custom name a lute. Like this is where, even though the instrument's going to be a lute, if you want to set it up so the first lute says lute 1, and then the second lute, once you select it from the left side, says lute 2, you can actually specifically designate it here. That's important sometimes where like if you have two loots, but in songbook, remember we saw in songbook where we had two loots, both people who loaded it, who synchronized their loot parts, all it said was synchronized loot, synchronized loot. It didn't say whether or not it was the first loot or the second loot, so that way you know that both loots, that they synchronize two different loot parts. This will, you can add that extra custom label onto it, so that way you can distinguish between whether or not it was loot 1 or loot 2. And we can kind of see that once we have the next part set up here. And then down at the bottom, again, this, you should really only do this if you are experienced, but you can actually transpose any of the songs. You can change the tempo and you can change the meter. All of this pretty much is automatically assigned once you actually make sure you guys aren't actually even seeing it. I apologize. I apologize there. I want to do this here. I want to make sure you guys are actually seeing here. Yep. Sorry about that, Southern. My apologies. Now you can see it. How's that? So, like I said, the title, the composer, transcriber, and this is all editable once we add the MIDI in there. X is the instrument number that's automatically assigned. Okay, no problem, Mesa. Let me know when you're ready. I is the instrument. Part name is where you can add in the custom name. Like say Loot of Ages 1, Loot of Ages 2. So that way you can distinguish the two. And then you got transpose, main tempo. That's okay. Well, yeah, because I literally wasn't showing it in game, and I just noticed it or on the screen. So that's kind of funny. And then the meter is down here. You experience in triplets and all that, you can actually tweak it here. So it basically says tweak the timing to allow for triplets for a swing rhythm. But really only change that if you are experienced. And the volume here, you can actually, this is for the playback, because when you load the MIDI, you're gonna show the MIDI tracks here. Down here, if you select original, it will, when you hit play, you will be listening to the original MIDI file so that we can hear the sound. Then you can select there and you hit play. It will only play the tracks and music that you've already assigned parts for. So that when you'll hear it use an in-game sound. And I'm waiting to verify if, okay, you got it. It downloaded and installed. Okay, Thor, let me know when it's open. Let me know when you got the program open. So we're getting there. So we got that going there. And Southern Bell, let me know when you have yours open as well. Since it looks like it's us and NASA. It's not a plugin. Songbook is a plugin where you play it in game. And that is what you use to play the MIDI files in game. Maestro is a program where you create new songs, where you create the new ABC files. So they're different. One creates the music, the other one plays the music in game. This is actually a separate program that has more, I would say, more functionality. And it shouldn't take long to open up. Okay, perfect. So then you got yours open. I'm just waiting for Thor and NASA to open theirs. And what's cool here, you see here in the middle. Perfect. Yeah. And probably the main things that you're going to follow through here, because this class is, I mean, it's pretty elementary, is more like the standard way that we set things up on like the numbering systems. I know that you are actually you're already part of a band, but there's a certain standard that the Lonely Mountain Band and other bands have kind of set up, and again, other bands have their own standards. So this is more of the standard that I've been following with a lot of the other with some of the other major bands as well. Yeah, and so this is pretty much the standard that's kind of set by the Lonely Mountain Band, and a lot of you guys, all the other bands, are kind of following as well, so that way everyone's kind of on the same track. Let's see, is that messing up with the? Yeah, let's see if I should be able to. If I do full screen, it'll do full screen on my screen. I'll make sure you guys can see it. There we go. So it'll be easier for you guys to see. Okay, I have it up and running. All right, awesome, Thor. So you are good to go. What about you, Nasa? Let me know where you're at. And so one of the things you're going to want to do, go ahead and I'm still going to have to do this here so that we can still see chat. At least I'll spread it out for you guys. Again, it takes a little bit the first time, kind of get it ready to go, kind of formatted, kind of set up. But what's nice is that once we have the settings all set up the way it should be, same thing when we did the songbook or the plugin. It's everything else is pretty much all the stuff out here they're gonna have to deal with. So let's go ahead and go into tools. Click where it says options, or you can hit Control T. Let me know when you have your options up. So I want to make sure that everyone's on the same. Okay, Thor, you're ready. Waiting for you, Southern, and waiting for you, Mesa. And as we're doing this, let's do a little bit of LOTRO music in the background. Let me know if the music's too loud. And once we actually do the music, I'll be silencing it. So this is just more for background sound for you guys. And this is actually all music by Lord of the Rings Online, all composed by Chance Thomas, our good friend. Okay, so you have it open. All right, Southern. Open up Tools, and then click on Options. And then the first tab that opens up should be the ABC part numbering. And you can see that on screen. Okay, See you on screen, and Thor, you're on the stream, right? You can see the stream. Oh no, that's right. You can't have the stream going at the same time. That's okay. That's right. That's why you couldn't hear on the stream. So if you look on the stream where it shows the first part numbering, it is what each part. That's the first, like say the first loot that you assign. This is the number that's automatically being associated with it. So I want you guys to set it up the way that this is. For the loot of ages, put in the number 11. For basic loot, put in 111. For harp, put in 21. For Misty Mountain harp, put in 121. Therabow, put in the 31. Flute, 51. Clarinet is 71. Actually, before you do that, where it says increments, you may have to set this, make sure it's set to 1. It increments it by 1. Make sure you might have to do that before you start assigning your first parts. Make sure the increment says 1. The flute should be 51. Clarinet, 71. Horn is 61. Bagpipe, 41. Pipgorn, 91. Drums is 1. Cowbell is 81. More cowbell is 101. Oh, that's fine, Southern, because I know you guys probably have your own system set up. That's all good. Yeah, more cowbell is 101. Let me know if you guys need any of those repeated. Yeah, and Southern, and a lot of the stuff that you're going to see here is pretty much, the way it's set up. Again, it's pretty standard once you get it initially set up. Most of the a lot of the stuff that I think you're going to find interesting is like the different places to be able to locate cool music. Since you pretty much know Maestro, I think you're pretty much going to enjoy learning ways of learning where new cool depositories of MIDIs are. And that is what we're going to go into next. Once we get this set up the way it should be, then we'll be ready for going and finding all this cool music. And I have a different sources that we can find at. How's the sound in game? On the stream. I just want to make sure it's not too loud, not too soft. Okay, harp through Therabow. Okay. Harp is 21. Misty Mountain harp is 121. The Therabow is 31. And then Thor seems to only... Okay, Thor, on the bottom left, see where it says increment? Click on the drop down where it says 1 and 10. Change it to the 1. So that way it only increments by 1. And that way you can do 11. And then once you have that set, I can go through it again for you, Thor. Just let me know when you're ready. See, that's why that's why I'm doing this class, because when I first did that, I was trying to figure out why is it going from, why would it only do 10 and not 11? It's because this right here. This makes it so that you can assign, if you wanted to, the first instrument number to be 55 instead of 50 and 60 because of this part right here. All right, got it. Do you need the part numbers again? Okay, no problem. Lute of Ages, 11. Basic Lute, 111. Harp, 21. Misty Mountain Harp, 121. Theremin, 31. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm actually repeating it for Thor anyways. So 11 is Lute of Ages. 111 is Basic Lute. 21 is Harp. Misty Mountain Harp is 121. The harp was 21. Misty Mountain Harp is 121. Theremin is 31. Flute is 51. Clarinet is 71. Horn is 61. Bagpipe is 41. Pibgorn is 91. Hey, begin. Drum is 1. Cowbell is 81. More cowbell is 101. Let me know if that all works for you guys. Vegan, have you downloaded and installed your Maestro at all yet? Let me know when you both are, or all three of you are, or the two of you, since Southern, you're not changing yours. Let me know when both of yours is set the way it should be. Have you guys been hearing me, or has it been muted? I think I actually put it on mute. Okay, you've actually been hearing me because Vegan actually just responded. Okay, no problem, Vegan. Alright, so Nasa, you got it. And Thor, let me know when yours is set. It's weird that means my mute on my headset isn't working. It's good to know. Oh, I will get you Nasa back in group. Well, Vegan, you can still be able to hear it. You can always rewatch my actual lesson, or you can rewatch the stream. Flute is 51, 5-1. What that means is that the first harp is assigned number 11. Your second harp is automatically number 12. Third harp is number 3. So if you have 3 harps, they should automatically be assigned 11, 12, 13. All the way up to the 10 mark. So the drums is 1 through 10. Lute of Ages is 11 through 20. And it will automatically assign that the way that this is set up. So Nasa, you're good. Thor, you're good. Drum is number 1. 1. O-N-E. Okay, perfect. Now, just go and hit OK. Then pretty much you're now ready to be able to look for a MIDI file. You can either drag and drop it into Maestro, or you can open it using Maestro. So over the times that I've gone out and looked for music, I found a number of different locations for MIDI files. All of these locations are royalty free. They have been approved for these MIDI files to be released. And so where you want to go to, if you're looking at my website, and if you guys want to go to my website, those of you who can, you go to my website at Forte's Academy of Music .gamerlaunch.com, and I will throw these links in chat. On the bottom left, go down to where it says MIDI archives. There's 4 of them that I mainly use. There's the Muse Score, which Muse Score is pretty awesome, especially for those of you who want to create your own music and be able to upload it, like curate like actual sheet music, electronic sheet music. The website, and you can download the program, will allow you to compose your own sheet music on screen, and you can actually create it. You will also be able to upload the sheet music to the website for others to enjoy, for others to be able to download the sheet music, to be able to play the MP3 files, as well as be able to download any type of MIDI files. And that's also where I actually have 2 of my own personally composed pieces. So what I'm going to do here, and that is where we're going to, for this class, that's what we're going to use. But on the website, we also have 8 notes. You can click where it's 8notes.com. Then you can see where it shows free scores, and the website's www.free-scores.com, as well as midiworld.com. So for this class, I want we're going to be going to Muse Score. I'm going to copy the link here for you in stream, as also for you. And I want you to go to that website. So let me know when you have that website open. Okay, and also, like I set my goal, a first goal for a 500 Lotro point giveaway at 1700. If we actually reach that mark, 1700, please, we can actually do that actual giveaway. But also, I will be doing one at my 2-hour mark. Okay, so Nasa, you got it. Waiting for Thor and waiting for Southern. Okay, so Thor is there. Well, looks like we got a donation. Looks like we are at 1649. It's like what, $30. We have $50 more to go for our first giveaway. All right, perfect. So on MuseScore, you're gonna see where it shows in the middle where it says find sheet music. All this music in here is music that was actually created by non-professionals. Well, professionals, but they created their own. There are semi-professionals, amateurs, professionals. But what I'm saying is that these are actually sheet music created by people, and they've uploaded them for people's use. And so if you click in the middle there, you see where it says find sheet music. You can think of like a lot of this music here is like instrumental music as well. So you can kind of think of a song or like a piece of work, and you can type in there and you'll search for it. Like, say for instance, let's do "All to Joy." I wish I could show this to you guys on screen. It might, for whatever reason, my OBS is not showing me browsers, like actual internet browsers. So if you did "Ode to Joy," ODE dash TO dash, or not dash, but space, and then joy, "Ode to Joy," you will see a couple things. You'll see that it's showing a number of different pieces that people have created of "Ode to Joy." On the left, and then you'll notice that it shows how many parts it has, how many pages, the approximate time, and the instruments that were used for that song. Piano, like the first one says piano, and there's 2 pianos and then a bass. On the left side, you'll see if you want to do any searching, and if you wanted to search without an actual title, or without a song in mind, you can do that as well. On the left side, you'll see where it says you want to filter all the music by the actual parts that it uses. Like if you want to search for piano music, and you want that way you can be able to create loop music. There's a lot of loop music is done well through piano. You can click where it says piano, and because we already searched for "Ode to Joy," it filtered out all the "Ode to Joy" music that includes a piano. And as you can see here, the first song is still there because it has 2 pianos and a bass. So just for that idea, if you were to search, because I actually have my 2 pieces here, and I'm going to kind of show them here. I am going to, if you type into the actual search, if you click on piano again, it will take that filter off. So make sure that you have no filters going. But in the actual search, type in there far away Breetown. It's actually going to be my second originally composed piece. And you'll see "Far Away Breetown." And if you click on it, it should open up the sheet music on the left, a play button on the top, and on the right side you should see where it says download, share, and favorite. Let me know when you have that page brought up. I'm going to silence the music here because we actually are going to be able to listen to it. And what's nice is that on this website, before you download, because you can either download the MP3 of it, or you can, on the right side where it says download, you click on it, you can download the MuseScore program for it, or the MuseScore file for it, the PDF of the sheet music, the music XML files as well, because that's also used in other programs for sheet music. You can download the MIDI file, which is what we're going to go after, as well as the MP3 file. That way, if you actually want to listen to the music itself. Far away Breetown, like far away Breetown, far away Breetown. And I'll put it here in game chat as well, or stream chat. Oh, just search for "Far Away Breetown." Make sure to not have anything filtered. And so if you actually hit the play button here, It wouldn't stop. I couldn't stop it. Okay, so the website will allow you to be able to listen to it before you actually download the actual music. A lot of the websites will allow you to be able to do that as well. So that way you know if it has a good enough sound for you. But because there's two of us in game right now, actually, Nasa, you're here too as well. What we're going to do is that we're going to search for a three-part song that we're going to first search for a solo song because you guys are going to be playing a solo song, or creating a solo song, because I want to show you how to do the solo song first before we do the actual band songs. So we are going to locate a solo song. So if you delete from the actual search field, so you're not searching for anything, but on the left side, see where it goes down to where it says number of instruments. You're going to click. Well, first we're going to click, erase the search and then hit search. That way it's going to show all music. Actually, we might have to go back. So we go back to MuseScore to the main page, hit search. It's going to show all of the music. Once you're in all of the music, on the left side, you're going to see where it says number of instruments. You're going to click where it says 1, because we're looking for a solo song. Once you have a solo song, it's going to show, it's going to start showing all the music that's been uploaded for a solo song. And it actually looks like a bunch of these were just created today. And I think what we might do, let me know when you guys have it. Once it shows up, the first song should say like X Love Apple Etude Clarinet 2018. Let me know when that page shows up. No. Well, you know what, Nasa? This is how you learn, right? The point you take the class is so that way you can break any type of social anxiety, any type of performance anxiety. Okay, so you're there. Nasa, just waiting for you to be on that screen, as well as you, Thor. I mean, you know. And what we're going to want to do, we're going to be opening up that Etude Clarinet 2018. Well, actually, no. Most of you actually won't be able to do the clarinet. So once you have it showing up, or like all those solo songs, we're going to want to click on the left side to click on piano. So that way we see all the solo songs and all the solo songs that use piano. Pork and beans. Why not? Let's just try that one. Cutting in and out a lot. Okay. So you just click search. Once you've clicked search, yeah, you're going to want to click piano on the left, as well as the number of parts as 1. You should see, once it loads up, you should see 4 over, it should say pork and beans. I wonder what that sounds like. Okay, that's going to be good. Because that's actually, it's a piano song. It's also, it has 2 tracks to it. So it could be a solo lute, or it can be two lutes, or a lute and a harp. Or what you can do is search. In the search field, search for pork and beans. Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. That's the whole point, is that we're going to be downloading that song, and we're going to be creating that song, Pork and Beans, into a song to play in game. That's what we're doing. So if you're having a hard time hearing me, Thor, just search for Pork and Beans. And I will here. Let me just give you the link for it. That might make it easy for you. For those of you who are also following along, you can go to that link. To Pork and Beans. I'm a hobbit. I gotta have my pork and beans, right? All right. Okay. Did you download? You download the MIDI file, right? When you go there, you gotta click download, and then select MIDI. I do love some pork and beans. If you realize, if you notice, that really, I mean, none of the races actually have any type of accents. It's like they all speak perfectly enunciated, almost English, except for the dwarves. Sometimes they can slur their words. That's only because they're drunk. All right, let me know. So, Nisa, you have it. Southern, let me know when you have your MIDI file downloaded, because I should download mine as well. Now, what it might have you do, which is what it just had me do, it might ask you to log into MuseScore. You can just, because it has a connection to the link there. You may have to just use the top upload. It's like a Facebook upload, and then you have to hit the arrow back to go back to the song. Yeah, you have to hit back. It wouldn't stop for me. I think they have that part messed up. It's supposed to have a pause button. The pause button sometimes is not there. Well, because I can't show you in game because the way that Maestro works. Once we have it downloaded, because the only thing we're doing right now, Irasipple, is that once we download the MIDI file, then we can actually switch over to Maestro. Because all we're doing right now is getting the MIDI file. And that's what we're doing with them right now. Once they've gotten the MIDI file, we can load it into Maestro, and then we can do everything in Maestro. It's just this initial of getting the MIDI that I can't actually show you. But I don't need to show you because there's many ways of getting a MIDI file. Once you've gotten the MIDI file, which I should also have mine, I'll make sure mine is downloaded. You can either go to where it was downloaded and drag and drop it into Maestro, which is what I'm going to do here. You can, I'm going to, because I have Chrome, so I can show and folder of where it was. Now I can drag and drop it. Oh, that's I'm dragging and dropping it onto OBS because I can see the screen. Drags it. There it is, right there. And it might automatically start playing it. So now, as you can see there, it shows the two tracks because it has the harmony and the rhythm to the piano, the left and right hand. Let me know when you guys have it loaded into Maestro, and we'll go from there. And Alice, let me get the link for you for Maestro. Being, Set OBS to screen capture instead of game capture. Then we can see everything, Anvil, etc. too, not rocket science. Right, but I have things set up right now in a different way because I have other screens that I'm using in relation to the LOTROStream, like the official like locations that we're at. I want to make sure it doesn't pop up onto my screen and for the world to see. That's why I don't want everything to be shown because I have back of house things that are up. But the whole showing of the actual the download of the MIDI file is not necessarily important. I mean, you can search for any MIDI file, download it. That's pretty easy. It's just once we have the MIDI file, you can either drag and drop it into MIDI or into Maestro, or you can hit File, go to Open, and you can go to the location that it's saved at, or you can right-click the MIDI file, open as, and then look for Maestro. All right, and simple. Be nice, please. That'll be your one warning. Now, guys, as a reminder, this is the official stream channel for Lord of the Rings Online, so gotta keep things civil in here. Not civil. No Sybil Shepherd. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay, let me know when you guys have yours loaded up. Southern, Mesa, and okay, I have pork and beans download as a MIDI file, and it's opened in Maestro. Okay, perfect. Thor, you're good to go. Just waiting for Southern. Okay, awesome. FH, you got it. Perfect. And Southern, you got it. All right. So as you can see here, the stuff on the right side are the two tracks for the MIDI file, and this is the information that's taken from the actual MIDI file itself. It down here, since it's set as original, if you hit play, okay, perfect. Looks like mine. Awesome. If it hits play, it will play the MIDI file, but that is not the in-game file. We have not assigned actual instruments to the tracks yet. That's what you do on the left side. By default, a lute pops up. Now, to be able to assign a lute, and we were going to assign this as a lute, because I think we'll probably do what? A lute, I'll say a lute and maybe a lute of ages. Let's do, or say a lute of ages and a harp, so that way it sounds a little different in the sound. Because we're gonna do this as, actually let's do this as a like a solo song. So we're gonna assign this one lute to both of these parts. To assign an instrument here to over here, it's literally just click it. So if this one's highlighted and the track over here, both of these are orange, that means both of these parts are assigned to a single instrument. Pork and Beans is up here. That's the title. And this is showing all the musical notes and all that. What I like to do is I want to be able to assign the actual person the actual name of the person who created the song. In this type, it's C. Lucketh Roberts. I'm gonna C. Lucketh Roberts. That way we give them credit. You'll put you in there as the transcriber. Don't worry about transpose, main tempo, or meter. It automatically assigns it based off of the actual sheet music, the MIDI file. This is where you can, if you wanted this to be a harp, you can go up here, Flute of Ages, go down to the Misty Mountain Harp, select it, changed it. It is now 121 Misty Mountain Harp. And they both will sound as a Misty Mountain Harp. But we're going to do it as a Lute of Ages. And now you have that set up. Oh, there's one other thing that we need to set up. Go back into Tools, Options, Save and Export. Now, this is some important stuff here. You're going to see 3 squares. Prompt to save new Maestro songs. Always prompt for the ABC file name when exporting, and remove silence from the start of exported music. I unselect the first square, and I select both of these squares here. The main reason why I select that single song, you don't see it. Oh, why? Oh, it's not popping up there. Oh, that's why you guys couldn't see it on screen. Let's do this here. I might have to do this here. Might have, okay, there we go. So now you should see that one. Thanks for me seeing that. Appreciate it. I have to select a different source. It's weird, even though it's within the same program. So, and for those of you who are setting yours up, this is what your positions should look like. The actual part number should look like. I'm just showing that up there, just so you guys can see that. It's right here. But if you're over at Save and Export, this one right here is the most important one to have selected. The reason why is if you are say this is you're doing this one as a 1-part song, right? You save it as a 1-part song, but then you want to split it up and have it as a 2-part song, and you click export. It will automatically, without this selected, it will automatically save over your last file, because it's not going to do as save as, it's going to click as save. So this is what will prompt it to, every time you hit export ABC as at the bottom left, it will automatically pop up that window. Otherwise, it will automatically save it, and so it'll save it over your solo song that you just created. And you don't want that. So make sure that at least that middle one is selected. And let me pop it back. There we go. So now we have these 2 selected. We want to go over to File, click Save Maestro Song As, and here's the music folder. Actually, I'm sorry, not music file as. It's Export ABC As, and here is my folder of all the Forte songs. I think I have like what, almost 1,200. And if you see here, this is kind of, at least with the Lonely Mountain Band, it's like a standard way to name your songs, is by the number of parts it is, dash, parentheses, the first 3 letters of your name, mine case FOR. Yep, let me pop it. Thank you. Let me pop this up again. I wish it would automatically pop over. And again, I know the advantage of having the screen match up. It's just sometimes going between them. I think right there. Okay. There we go. So you'll see where so it's 1 dash parentheses 4 parentheses the name. I'm going to show it. I just wanted them to be able to listen to it in game. I mean, this first class here for the actual Maestro is a introductory class to Maestro, and so I don't want to overcomplicate the actual creation of it. So this first song here is they're just learning how to do it itself, and so if you kind of use this similar system of naming it, you can. I mean, you can create your own system. Bands have their own systems, so it really depends on what you want to do. But I'm going to use my same numbering system, 1 dash parentheses FOR parentheses, and then pork underscore and beans. I'm actually going to take those dashes out. And once you've done that, hit save, and it saved it in the game. Now, or in the folder. Now, if you click ABC Preview, you can listen to it and see how it sounds like using the ABCs. Thanks to whoever followed me on my personal stream there. Appreciate it. So as you can see, you can actually hear the actual ABC preview. So, and that once we've done that, once we have the file, and since we have not compiled our songbook yet, we need to now, if we want to be able to play it in game, since we haven't compiled it, so that way the songbook plugin can actually play it in game, we are going to be doing it the manual way. Just like how first class was teaching us how to download an ABC file and be able to play it in game using the chat, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing that on, let's see here. We're going to be doing that on the actual in game itself. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull up our file. So if you go back into your music folder, which for those of you who have not created yet, if you go into your Lord of the Rings folder in your focus, the Lord of the Rings folder in your My Documents, if you've already followed the previous classes, you should have a music folder. And in there, the one that I created, and I'm going to pop it up here so that way you guys can see it. And there it is. We'll call it pork and beans. So it should be alphabetized if it's done this way. Pork and beans right here. So just like before, if you're going to play the game or play the song in game using your chat, you need to first be able to have the song file name. So if you just hit rename, highlight it, and hit Control, we have it copied to our. Guess it wasn't. Was it streaming with us? Oh, because I have it narrowed so much. Yeah. So once you've right-clicked, renamed, or clicked rename and copy the actual file itself, the file name, we can actually come back in game, which I'm going to transition this over here. Uh-oh, looks like I'm going to have to restart my client. Oh, no, it's there. We're good. Okay, cool. It was showing black for me. So in game, we're going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to have Thor. Thor, were you here for the first class? where you learned how to play the game, play the music in game, not songbook. I have second class was teaching people about songbook, but because you've once you've created a new song and you've added it to your music folder, it will not appear in, it will not compile and be in your songbook plugin until you've compiled the song. And I have a whole bunch of songs, and it's going to take us a long time for us to actually use the plugin, compile the plugin to be able to load the song. So we're gonna do it in game. So once I have the actual, well, I mean, everything's set up. It just, I can do it actually in game, and this is the whole point of being taught the first class. Once you have the song file name, copy to your clipboard, minus the extension, so it's just going to be the song file name and not the actual .abc. For us to do that, in your chat, well, first you're going to want to go into music mode. I think I have a lute on. I do not have a lute on. So I'm going to go out of music mode, quit my lute of ages, type /music, takes us into music mode. Now to play a song manually, it's in your chat, it's /play space, then you control V, it will copy in the song file name. So it should say minus the extension, so it's the song file, but do not include the .abc. Once you've done that, all you have to do is hit play. Well, yeah, I mean, even in game, the song didn't sound too good. It's mainly because of the probably the file itself. It's kind of weird. Maestro, keep in mind that you cannot use all of the octaves some of the MIDI files can have. It does not. And there are people out there that have created similar programs to help with the octave parts. That I can direct you to. I can't remember their names immediately right now. What's his name? Can't remember his name. It was actually part of. It was with me with the Starlight Orchestra. Bruzo. Bruzo has a program that he's created for it. Yeah, there's only the 3 octaves in Lotro, so it kind of, there is some restrictiveness there. So that is us playing that song in game as a solo. If we go back, you see here, if we go back to our Maestro, it's not, I have to fix the screen there because it's not showing the whole thing. That way you guys can see the whole stream. So when I spread it apart, it made it bigger, bigger, bigger. There we go. So once we're back in Maestro here, if we want to be able to assign, say, because since this has 2 tracks, we want to assign it to 2 different instruments. You would unclick one of them. Then that's the first part. If you click where it says new part, it automatically loads in Lute of Ages as a default instrument. Say we want to have the second part as a harp. If you notice here, this is grayed, but it has that bar right there. That means it's already assigned to another instrument. This doesn't have a bar to it, so it hasn't been assigned to another instrument. If we go over to where it has the drop-down menu for Lute of Ages, go down to, say, the Misty Mountain Harp. It shows Misty Mountain Harp, first instrument number is 121, and then click right here, it is now orange. So if you click this one, it tells you this is the one that's assigned to it. Click this one, it tells you that the second, or the track 1, the second track is assigned to it. So now we want to be able to turn this into a 2-part song. Who would like my music library? I have a ton of multi-parters. Click where it says export ABC as. Now, because we told it to prompt us before saving, it should prompt us. Well, actually, it should. There it goes. So now we can renumber this to 2. And now you can hit save. Now it's going to show that 2-part song has been saved in our file. Let's see here. Thor, were you able to go ahead and save that as a 2-part song? And while we're waiting for him to do that, let's take a look how we're doing. Oh, looks like we are at 600 or 1699. So that means we actually got another, what, 60? Awesome. Which means I think we're close enough to go ahead and do an actual drawing. Drawing for a 500 point LOTRO, or 500 LOTRO point key. Do we have any moderators? Oh, Southern, you are a moderator. Do you know how to get the raffle going? So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to start a raffle, and we're going to start a raffle for a 500 point LOTRO key. And Southern, if you know how to do that, we're going to go ahead and get that started. And for you to enter into the raffle, you're just going to type !raffle. And once the raffle period has finished, then we would do an automatic drawing of those of you who are in chat to get the actual code. I am going to send you a private message through Twitch, and what I would like you to do so that we can make sure that the code is working for you, I would want you to go ahead and try the code in game to make sure it works for you, and then get back with you to make sure make sure it's a good code overall. So Southern or any other that are in game, or not in game, any moderators, if you want to go ahead and initialize the raffle for us. I don't have my MooBot up right now where I would do that. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't know how to do that, I can go ahead and pull up MooBot. And congratulations, we're at pretty much at 1,700. Yep, awesome. Thank you, Vegan. Yeah, if you want to go and initialize the actual raffle, I think it's set to, what, 5 minutes? Yeah, slash raffle. Everyone go ahead and make sure you enter it in. Just type in slash raffle for a 500 point LOTRO point giveaway. Awesome. All right, and I think it's set for I think actually we just do it whenever we're ready. I don't think there's a default time for the raffle, right, Vegan? Okay, looks like Southern, you got it. Okay, perfect. And it looks like we are approaching about my first 2 hours of streaming. I actually will be going until 9 p.m. So after this will be one more hour. No default timer. Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and set it for 5 minutes. You guys have until 7:55 Eastern time for us to go ahead and do this. All right. And Thor, if you want to just go ahead and save the file name to whatever you want it to. Do you and make sure you have it. Did you hear about separating it into a two-part song on how to do that? All right, awesome, Vegan. Thank you very much. All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and do now is I'm going to just because the issues with audio for him to hear us. What we're gonna go ahead and do now is I'm just going to look for some more music. I'm gonna do a multi-part song. And it's for reaching our 1700 mark. All right, so I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna do like a 5-part song. How about that? So that way you guys can kind of see the difference between. I know I'm still on the donation screen because you can't see the website yet. And so let's go ahead and search something here. Let's do a Mozart. And let's do it as a 5-parter. And you guys aren't going to be able to see it on my screen yet. I'm just getting the MIDI song so we can import it into Maestro so that we guys can see it. Is it Titan? What can I do for you? Titan Ace? Clicked filter quest for the party tree map. You should be able to go back into the actual quest giver and they should be able to unfilter it. You should be able to unfilter it. All right, so I've downloaded my Mozart's Requiem. I am now going to go ahead and load it into. So, as you can see there's a lot of different elements that we're going to have to try to figure out how are we going to associate that into the end game. And just by looking at it, you already see it's a 5-part song, but you see that the piano is in 2 tracks because of the harmony and the rhythm. And either we can make this a 6-part song or we can create it as a merged parts for a single instrument. So those of you who are on stream, you're going to help me determine what instrument we want to apply to each of these tracks. And so it looks like we are drawing for the raffle. See what comes up here. Looks like Traviati, who is not following, has been drawn here. Traviati, are you in chat? Make sure to go ahead and message me or reply in chat. That make sure you're there. What? You got to be following the channel. Trav. Well, it's Trav in chat. Trav, are you hearing? Elda, are we able to redraw an existing one if someone is not in chat? Yeah, if he doesn't respond, then we're going to do a redraw. You guys got to be following the channel, so make sure you follow the channel right now if you have to be able to be selected. So make sure to follow it right now. I'm going to give you. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and since he hasn't responded, let's go ahead and do a redraw. Make sure you guys are following. Yeah, Vegan, go ahead and run a redraw. Yep. Let's do a redraw. Rigged. Elda! Congratulations! So Elda, if you want to accept it, let me know. Otherwise, I can send it to you here in game or as a private message. Or would you like to do a redraw? Southern Belle, ooh, I gave you 5 minutes. She would like to accept. All right, congratulations to Elda. I'm going to whisper you your code. Let me know if this is good. Storage space is on sale. Woohoo! Man, what? Oops. Yeah, yep. Here. Sure, got the right one. All right, and since we are being allotted 3, all right. Sure, we're getting the right one here. CX10. Don't check that code. That might not be a good code there. And what we're going to go ahead and do, I can actually go ahead and offer one more. And then what we'll do, because I got 3 500s that I can go ahead and do during my shift. And I can have at least one 1,000 point code that we're going to do at the end. Oh, so I have a number. Okay, so For the next hour, actually, I can be able to do a number of different ones. Okay, yep, I have to re-update this here. Okay, let me give you a new code here. Let's go ahead and vegan, if you want to go ahead and, okay, yep. Yeah, Elda, go ahead and go with that one because I can do one of those once every 3 hours. Let's go ahead and do one for 500. And for the next 15 minutes, there's a couple more that I can actually go ahead and do for us. So let's go ahead and do one more redraw. Actually, let's go ahead and I already used it. Okay, no, that's fine. You're good to go, Elda. Let's go ahead and run more. Just go ahead and start it one more time. That way, those who have not entered can go ahead and enter in. You guys have 5 minutes to go ahead and get on in there. And while we're doing that, because I'll be giving away between now and 9 o'clock, which is about an hour. Every 15 minutes, I'll be giving away a couple here. I've just given away a 1,000-point code. I will be giving away 3 500-point codes. And at the end, before we transition over to our next streamer, I'll be doing a 1 giveaway for a Paralino steed and 1 code. Oh, actually, I can do. Oh yeah, there we go. And 1 code for a ghost bear. So we'll be doing those at the end. So we're going to do 2 more 500s. And then at the end of the stream, we're going to be doing a 500, a ghost bear, and a Paralino steed. That leaves more for others. So that works out. I do. The one that I gave you wasn't showing up on the list. So I think he changed it because it doesn't show up on the list anymore, Elda. This is a raffle for, see here. This is actually going to be a raffle for a ghost bear. One lucky person is going to be getting a ghost bear. So then every 15 minutes, we're going to be doing the ghost bear and a 500 point. All right, while we're waiting so if someone wants to keep track of that and go ahead and run that raffle, let me know. So we're going to be selecting in here what instruments we want to use for these guys. These choir instruments, you can actually hear what it sounded like. So immediately, it sounds like that they might work for maybe some flutes. Obviously, the pianos could be in relation to maybe one of the lutes. Yes, be sure to make sure you're following the channel, because if you are pulled and you are not following the channel, then unfortunately we can't accept that drawing. So be sure to follow the channel right now. So for these choir instruments here, the choir, which can't silence them. What instruments do we want to go ahead and use for these guys? I think immediately, maybe if we were to do the lutes as pianos, or sorry, the pianos as a lute, as a single lute. With his first choir song here, I think it might sound good as a flute. So if you click new part, click the instrument and change it to flute. Yeah, it sounds like a synthesizer. It's doing the choir ahs using a synthesizer. That's what it sounds like. So now that we have flute selected, the raffle, or this current raffle right now, is for a Ghost Bear code. The Ghost Bear pet. And Elda and whoever is running the actual raffle, if you can help keep track of time, we're gonna be doing every 15 minutes because I wasn't keeping track of time since I had more codes to give away than I realized. I want to keep track of that. So every 15 minutes, make sure you let me know. Maybe send me a message on the stream so that way I know when that time's come. Awesome, vegan. Thank you. Because I have 3 500 points I can give away. And I want to do at least a steed as well. The Pels, I think we're going to be doing a 3 500 points and a Pellerino steed. That gives more for other people to do. So that way Cord has more to give away as well. Doesn't have a lot. Okay, so if we have the flute here. Let's select this guy as a flute. These other guys right here, we can hear them as well. And it sounds like they could also be flutes. The clarinet has too much of a harsh tone, I think, to really be anything different. At least with this song, so I don't think it would work well. So let's go ahead with another flute for the second part. I think all these ahs, we're going to do them as flutes. As flute. So it makes this a 5-part song. 4 flutes, 1 lute. And we can technically separate this one off. Let's do that right now. Have it as 1 part, and then we can have a harp. It's since it's a group song. If you're doing a solo song, you can really hear the harp. One of the reasons why they came out with a Misty Mountain harp is because you couldn't hear a harp really in a group song. This makes it. I mean, the Misty Mountain harp is easier to be heard in a band song. So we're going to use that for this part right here, so we can hear the distinguishing difference. All right, looks like redraw is about 2 minutes. If we don't hear from Thunder. All right, congratulations, Thunder, if you respond. Now respond in chat, in the actual group chat. That way we know. Because I have people paying attention there. So let's listen to this. So it's already set as an original. That's the original MIDI. We're going to change it to ABC. So that way you can hear it using in-game sound. Congratulations, Thunder Moon, for winning a Ghost Bear. Let me go ahead and get our Ghost Bear here. And Thunder Moon, I'm going to want you to check your whisper. I want you to please use this in game. We will have someone here, even if you try to do it now if you can. So that way, while I'm on the stream, I can go ahead and confirm or not confirm, or confirm or deny that it actually works. So use that code. You can actually go onto the actual LOTRO website And in the redeeming section there, you can apply the code as well as in game. You can apply that code itself. So Thunder, go ahead and use that code in game to confirm, or on the website to confirm that works. In about 4 more minutes, we are going to do a 500 point giveaway. And of course, everything that we're doing here is for Extra Life, which is trying to raise money for the children out there. So right now, wow, look at that. We are at 1729. We are trying to reach 500 or 5,000. So we've already surpassed the 1 quarter, or not the 1 quarter, because that's 2,500. 1 quarter is what? 2,500. Oh, we have 1,200 is 1 quarter. 2,500 is halfway. So we're almost halfway there. Most of this was done before the actual. Most of this was done before the actual event began. So congratulations, everyone. Okay. So we have 2 more minutes or 3 more minutes before the next drawing, and Vegan's going to keep track of that. He's going to run the raffle as we do that. And so the next one is going to be for a 500 point Lotro, or 500 Lotro points. All right. So now let's go ahead and listen to what we have here. And a Thunder Moon, make sure it's been processed, right? Let me confirm that it has been processed. All right. There is correct. As you can see here, before this ends here, when I kind of, those of you who are just showing up, yep, it is right there. Those who are just showing up, not only by actually donating do you get forum titles, custom forum avatars, in-game titles, as well as also a confirmed, like if you really want the Ghost Bear, throw in $30. Not only will you get the Ghost Bear, you'll also get the title and the forum avatar and the forum title. And randomly selected at the end of the stream, or at the end of the event, we actually have a number of other different awards given out based off of the different goals that we've reached. So that's pretty awesome. When I try to click the Extra Life link, it tells me the connection isn't private. It's because it's a shortcut link via Extra Life, aka a vanity. Look, so it doesn't use, it doesn't use the HTTPS, the secure HTTP. It uses the HTTP. So the link is still good. It was actually created by Cordovon, so you should be good to go on that one. Okay, so again, everything is going well. Not only do you have awards for your own individual donations, but as well as donations given out as we go throughout the actual event itself. And everything is actually looking pretty good so far. And congratulations and thank you for those who have actually donated so far. We are past our quarter mark. And I think since the stream here, we've actually gone up, about $100. So congrats. And we want to go ahead and finish this out here because we are about 45 minutes in. And I think what we'll do here is after we finish this up here, we will go around and kind of check out the festival event that's going on right now. since we're only going to have about 45 minutes left. So let's go ahead and listen to this song all the way through, so that we can guys kind of see how the song sounds using with its different instruments. Here we go. Yep, I know there's the black screen. It's the in-game math to restart it. So I have to restart the actual game itself. But what I'm trying to do is I'm actually pulling up Maestro here, so that way you can see Maestro. right, so that kind of gives you an idea. I mean, that's the sound of the actual song what it actually play in game. This is actually using 6 parts. Okay. Um, let's see here. So you adjust any of your sounds based off of that. If something seems to be, the instrument itself doesn't seem to be the best, well, you kind of maybe manipulate the actual instrument itself, change the actual instruments that's being used. Let's see here. Now, if you notice that some of these actual songs or actually the octaves are out of its range itself, if you actually notice, there's actually a couple of these instruments that are kind of slightly off. If you actually this or the section over here actually changes the transposition for the whole instrument for the whole song for all the instruments. You only want to do that if there's really hardly any time that you want to do that, but for the whole song. This is how you actually change the transposition for the actual individual instrument. If you notice, there's still some that's actually in the red, and that way you can actually adjust it little by little if you need to get it out of the red so that the octaves itself are not as bad. You can do the same thing with this one over here. Let's do it, say what, -5, well, not 50. It's not gonna let me do it as the smaller, like this. So it makes it so that everything is out of the red here. This one a little bit more, it really sends it too far down. That way the transposition here adjusts it so that the octaves are still within the range of Lord of the Rings Online. So that way it will actually sound a little different. It'll sound within what Lord of the Rings uses for its sound itself. So the creation of music is pretty easy in Lord of the Rings, or for Lord of the Rings. One, you need to make sure to get the MIDI files. Get over here to Dual. Make sure you get the actual MIDI file. Find a MIDI file. There's a lot of websites out there that you can get MIDI files from. Listen to it. Sound like, see, sometimes overcomplicated music can mess up your song. It can be too easy, that much harder. But it looks like we are ready for another raffle. So we're going to be raffling this time for a 500 point, 500 Lotro points. And so, Vegan, if you want to go ahead and launch the raffle, make sure you are following the stream. If you're not following the stream and you get selected, unfortunately, we would have to move on to the next individual. And so feel free, go ahead and make sure you are entering in the raffle, 500 points. Okay. And it looks like we are still at our 1729.46. Guys, remember, this is for the kids. All this money goes directly to the local hospitals for part of the Miracle Network. So that way it helps them be able to make the burden of whatever they're going through less of a hardship. So anything is welcome. Let's make sure that they have the link for the actual donations. The link, you should actually see that the link itself also, I think it's set below. I think we have the link as well. We also have our command in chat for the link itself. So make sure to give if you can, don't if you can't. We're still trying to award those who can, or those who are not able to, or also enjoying the stream here right now. But the Lord of the Rings music system is I mean, there are problems and there are things that they're trying to fix, and again, there are other more important things that are on on the burner to try to fix regarding the game itself. So we understand if they're not able to get around fixing the music system, and there's a lot of stuff that was going wrong with it that they've actually done a lot of good fixes for. So we appreciate that, and I mean the creation of it is pretty easy. You know, just get yourself a MIDI file, get yourself Maestro, drag and drop it into Maestro, listen to the music and try to identify the best instrument. Assign the instrument that you think is best for it, and play it in game. And if you didn't look at any of my other past streams on this class, the first class is to teach you how to download, create your music folder, and be able to perform solo and band songs in game. If you The second class was how to use the Maestro, or not Maestro, the Songbook plugin uh, to be able to the Maestro plugin to be able to play the same songs, but using the in-game interface. Make that, once you know how to do it the manual way, then you can have fun and actually do it the easy way. And then this one obviously was to take that information, create your own music, and be able to play your own unique music in game. And so I think that's one of those dynamics that Lord of the Rings has created that's a lot different than any of the other MMOs out there. I mean, a lot of them have tried to do something similar, but it's just not enough, in my opinion, for what is capable for the music systems. And looks like let's go ahead, and we got, I think, 2 more minutes, and we'll be running the raffle, right? Again, it's for a 500 point LOTRO code, a LOTRO point code. Like otherwise, everything else there looks good. So with that in mind, anyone have any questions about using Maestro, about setting it up, about locating MIDI files, about saving and being able to play those songs in game? Looks like we still have a little bit more time to run that raffle. I think about 1 more minute. Could I have another pass on pasting a link for free MIDI files? Yeah, MIDI World. That again, that's one of the locations that I actually did mention on the actual website. MIDI World, MIDI 8, Muse Score, among others. All right, we still have some time, guys. Make sure you get in there. We have just about now. All right, awesome. I think we will go ahead and close at that for this part of my stream here. I still have about 30 more minutes. And so in about 50, after this raffle here, we are going to do another 2 more 500 point raffles, as well as a Perolino Steed just at the end there. And congratulations to Drew for, actually not Drew, D. Kelston for winning here. Drew, Drew, D. Calton, make sure you go ahead and post a message in the main chat here. Make sure that we know that you're listening and you are still in chat. Drew, or DeCalston, you still there? There you are. Woohoo! Congratulations. Let me go ahead. Get your code here for you. All right, and Calston, make sure I'm going to send it to you as a whisper. I want you, if you can, please go in game and redeem the code, and send me reply to me through the whisper to make sure that that code works. And so in about 15 more minutes, we're going to be doing another 500-point code. While we're doing that, we are going to spend the next 30 minutes enjoying our time at the Harvest Festival. Except I'm going the wrong way. As you can see, I'm already decked out for the Harvest Festival. Got my pull it up here. I always forget the name of the thing. The actual cosmetics here. I have my Harvest Brew outfit set up. I got my keg of ale on my back, so that way I can do the festivals without having to go looking for drink. Got my Harvest Brew hat, Harvest Brew shirt. All right, awesome. Good to go. All right, just want to make sure to confirm that it's been used. Perfect. All right, so for those of you who have not done it so far, it's actually pretty cool. Every year I go and I do this festival, and I mean, during the day, I'm going around and doing the quests. It's kind of laggy because it looks like we have a whole bunch of people out here. At night, actually, outside of the Haunted Burrow, I actually perform music. I have a whole setup of like Halloween style music. Yeah, I'm on Landrival. And so I haven't done it yet today. And before the end of the stream, I actually want to go and get those chests. So I'm going to see if I get anything. In the meantime, I'm going to get one of these quests. Actually, before I do that, I always forget her, because is it her over here? Who is it? Is it Opal? One of them here gives you the, yeah, because I never do it as the first one. Participate in Harvest Festival activities 7 times. I always forget to get her, so I don't end up doing all of them. I've already done most of them by the time I get to her, so all the rest of them don't end up counting. So I'm actually going to select her first, and then I'm going to hop on in there. And the Harvest, the Haunted Burrow is pretty cool. I do these quests, and you remember the routes, and then you forget them until the next year. And so I always have to remind myself again where she is, where the spots are. And so as we're looking for, because we have some missing, some scared hobbits that are hiding in the Haunted Burrow. And if I remember right, because we're going to where the hidden chests are. And if I remember right, it's over back towards. I think I'm already going the wrong way. Because this is actually going to the attic. It's the attic? Yeah, it's on the other side. Quest will no longer fail upon disconnect. Log off. Oh, that's cool. Which kid name you're talking about? Die! Oh, blinded. Alright, so it's back here. But I'm actually one back here. There is a scared one right here. Yeah. Wait, where are we going? No, no. I'm sitting. Nasty little pocketses. I think it was. Forte. Forte is Academy of Music. Most of the time when I'm doing these classes, there we go. When I'm doing these classes, I actually are holding the classes and holding the graduation classes and ceremonies at the Academy of Music Hall. So I actually have a little performance hall set up there. So, out of place chess. Here's hoping I get something good. I'm always getting single tokens. One fall festival token. Haunted tree. I already have one of those. And a token. What do we get? What do we get? Fall token. This is my Hobbit number 4 on my rounds. Yeah. I don't have enough patience to send all my alts around to get them. Could we exchange our ABC files to each other? Yeah, I mean, you can actually, if you go to my website, on the top left, you can see where it says download songbook. I have like 1,700 songs there that you can download. This box is just little. It's a little bonus, I know, but I've there's been times I've gotten some cool stuff on them. I have yet to get. I mean, I haven't really been doing it religiously, but I've. Where's that door? I think I have to go back to the same door. I have yet to get the actual, the horse, the skeleton horse. It's Forte's Academy of Music .gamerlaunch.com. It has all my classes, linked to my songbook. Yeah. Which exit do you normally do? I gotta go back in. I have to get those hobbits. So I think there's 2 in the main section. We got the one I think is over here. There you are, right there. And then there's gonna be one over here. Got about 5 minutes to our next drawing. Be sure to follow the stream if you haven't, and be sure to donate if you can. Everything here is doing it for the kids itself. Again, everyone's getting bonuses. Everyone who contributes at least $5 will be getting something. So let's go. I think we can go. Well, we have to go the other way. And you know what I'm extra celebrating is that for 3 hours, knock on wood, and I'm gonna make sure my screen's showing up. My screen hasn't frozen. I've been able to stream for 3 solid hours. Woo! For most quests, I use the route attic. Yeah, I do that. It's just I wanted to get the chests first. So that way, if I got anything cool, it'd be on stream because I only have 20 minutes left. But now you go to the cobweb and you do that. Oh, you do the attic. Yeah, I do the attic. Normally I do the same route. It's just I was on this side already. I go through the same location. If I remember, I think he's over here. Yeah, there he is, right there. I can do the attic first or the attic last. But I guess no, it makes sense to do the attic first anyways, because you go through the attic, you come out next to the attic and the cobweb anyways, so it makes sense to do that one first anyways. Actually, it's this way. Spider webs! Get him! The most important chest is the one in the cellar. That's right. In the basement. And that's where we're gonna be. That's like the last one we're gonna be going to. Creeping wing. So we have 2 more. One's in the attic, and I think the other one's in the basement, right? Because I don't think there's actually one. Well, I don't think there's actually one here. Because the exit's right here. Because it's attic and the basement. If I remember right. Oh, yeah. Here's the other one hidden behind here. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right about the poorly hidden one. That's right. I remember people mentioning. So here it goes. Here it goes. What I get? Goblin Festival Mask. Application. Oh. Goblin Festival Mask and the application of Covenantal. I think that's what those items that you can use. Tag, you're gross. Yeah, that's one of those things you can apply on someone. So of course, I have all these manuals. I have this. I was going to put in the academy. What don't I need? That is the one where the skeleton mount may be obtained. Yeah, and that chest has a 24-hour cooldown. So yeah, there are people who have have alts camped here. Every 24 hours, they jump in there. I still have my treasure hunter axes I didn't use. What do I want to get rid of? I'm not going to use these anymore. No more camps. Let's get that goblin mask. Okay. So now if I remember, try to remember right. How to find that other one. I think he is this side, right? There he is, right here. Okay. Gotta remember. Okay, we're at 45. Looks like we are ready for another raffle. Vegan, you still there? You want to go ahead and initiate the raffle? I have 5 minutes. Or either vegan or there we go. All right, guys, enter in. That's for a 500-point raffle. You guys have 5 minutes. And what we're gonna do, vegan, is go ahead and do the last raffle. Start the last raffle. We're actually gonna be doing 2 of them. So after this one's done, we're gonna be doing our last 2. We're gonna do this 500. We're gonna do another 500, and then the last thing of the night, we're gonna be doing the Pellerino steed, an actual steed. So first one here for 500 points. Oh yeah, I just remember where I was. Get your points in there. You have about 4 minutes, guys. Get ourselves out of the basement here. We got one more in the attic. Which, yeah. Which, again, it makes sense to do the attic first, because then you have to go all the way back over there. Get him in there, get him in there. How are we looking on our donations? Still about 17.29, guys. Let's see if anyone has, if you have, even $5, throw in $5. $5 will, I mean, in terms of your gifts, that will give you your choice of a LOTRO forum title. $10 is your choice, or well, yeah, your choice of, was it LOTRO forum title? I have a list here. There we go. Okay, cool. Right there. I mean, for $10. Right here. $10. Oh yeah, custom forum avatar. So just with those two things, and again, you get the $10 one, you get the title, and you also get the avatar. So anything helps. You need to start to command with X to be recognized by the bot. Yep. So we're just about there. 1 more minute, guys. And what we're going to do for the, we're going to do this one, and then for the last one, we're going to be using this, since we're short on time, we're going to be using the last raffle. We're going to do it twice. We're going to do the raffle and then do a redraw. Actually, what we'll do is do the redraw on this one. So on this one, we're going to be doing 3 draws. Give it about 5 minutes so that everyone has a chance to get it. If you downloaded $100, do you get? Yes, you do. So everything is cumulative. So for $100, you get everything, including at the 100 mark. If you do the $20 one, you get the $5, $10, and $20 ones. So you get everything. Absolutely. Plus, you have your chance of getting any of the actual ranges there. There's a range of gifts that you can get based off of the actual, based off of the words, how much we've accumulated so far. I'm trying to, oh, I know why that's happening. There we go. So there you can see it right here. All right, we are drawing, doing a draw right here. Everything's closed. And no rum, congratulations. You won a 500 point code. Make sure to go ahead and message in chat that you got the code, or that you are in chat. And he is following, so he is good. Too late, Tina. You'll be able to do a redraw. Or we're going to be doing another raffle just once he comes in. Yep, there he is. Congratulations. I'll be whispering you this code. I want you to try to apply it in game and confirm it with me that the code works via reply to the whisper. All right, let's go ahead and open up the drawing one more time. So let's go ahead and do a raffle open. You guys will have 5 minutes for the next drawing to get yourself set up for it. Move this over. You don't need my face. It's better to see the actual screen. All right, so this is going to be for another 500-point code. So you have about 3 minutes, guys. Another 500-point code. And while we're waiting here, I'm actually locating an image of the Parallel Steed. So that way you guys can go and see it here on screen. So you can actually see what it looks like. Let's get this pulled up here. Got 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. It's sent as a whisper. So on the next to the stream chat on the bottom left, you should see like a little message with a red on it, like you're getting a private message. If you click on it, it should open up. So just look bottom left of the actual chat on Twitch. Right. Yeah. Make sure you're using the regular. Yeah, I haven't used the. I've tried using the beta one, and I've been having issues with it. Oh, because of all the limitations of chat and all that stuff. So I kind of stopped using it. No, this is another 500-point code. The last one will be for the steed. Nope, this is going to be for the 500-point code. All right, so let's go ahead and close the raffle, and let's go ahead and draw. Time's up, time's up. You have until they run the the close to apply your raffle, but it will be closed by the time you hear this. All right, let's draw. And Cleve Beer, congratulations. Make sure to post in chats that you are, or post in chat that you hear. And while go ahead and open up the drawing one more time. We're gonna do our last drawing. All All right, so we're gonna do one more drawing. One more drawing. And of course, be sure to donate if you guys can. If you guys can't, that's fine. We are trying to get up to $5,000, and we're doing pretty good so far. A lot of it was done before the official, before it started. And Earthlyn will actually be continuing next in about 4 minutes. So she'll be taking over for another 3 hours until midnight. At which time, Cordovan, I believe, should be taking over. So Cordovan should be going until what? Midnight until 3 a.m. Cordovan, sorry. Cordovan. Lotro. Cordovan. Hey, Earthland! Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, the raffle we're doing right now is for the Paralino Steed. Be sure to get your raffle in there. Earthland, if you don't have it yet, make sure you get yourself in there as well. Everyone is eligible for it. Make sure here. All right, excellent. All right, still time, guys. Okay. We have about 2 more minutes. Okay. Oh, looks like we had a $5 donation. Whoever donated that $5 just now, please, if you're here in chat right now or here on the stream, make sure to go ahead and send me a whisper here on stream. All right. Excellent, vegans. Okay, good, good, good. So that surpassed our $100 mark since we began. Actually, wait, we began. Yeah, we were at 16 at about 1620. Welcome, Tatinator. All right, yep. Let's go ahead and draw for the last code right now. Going for the last code. And Cleve Beard, be sure to get with me to confirm whether or not that code worked. Cleve Beard. And oh, Treviati that's the second time Treviati. Wait a minute, how did Treviati entered in the raffle, right? Again? Let's hope this time he's there. Hey, Treviati, you there? Okay, perfect. So, Clevebeard, I'll be in chat for a little bit, or I mean, you can even confirm with anyone. The next streamer, Earth Lynn, you can either message me or message her to confirm whether or not your code works. Woohoo! Congratulations! So you actually could have won twice, because you actually won the first. You actually won the 1,000 point code, but you didn't respond. So we did the redraw, and Elda got that one. So you now, but the consolation is you got the Paralino Steed. And so I'm sending to you as a whisper. Please make sure to redeem it and confirm with us that the code itself works. So with that note, looks like we are just about ready here. Earthland will be taking over. I want to thank everyone who joined me for these past 3 hours. So I'm pretty much 3 hours and 3 minutes in. We've raised, looks like, about $120 in the last 3 hours, so congratulations. And anyone, we're going to be still going live until, nonstop until midnight tomorrow night. So that is what, 6 and 18, what, 24, yeah, 30 hours. 30 straight hours. So next up is going to be Earthland. I'll be in chat for a little bit, so be sure to help her out. Be sure to follow along if you can. Donate what you can whenever you can. You still have all this time to be able to do it. Help us reach our goal itself. And then we can help the kids. So thank you all for joining me. Let's see here. And if you guys haven't done so, please feel free to donate my. Let me get this here for you. And you can either donate it to my personal. Let me see. Let me get it here for you. You can donate to my personal cause, which the money is actually reflected on the Steam, and this is for my personal fundraising. Again, all the money is accumulated towards the actual team goal. Everything works there. Or if you go to the actual team page, when you click donate, you can select an individual that you want to support. And in that list, you should see ForteMaestro as well. And so it's done the same way. It's just 2 separate links. But all that money does get counted towards the mutual goal. So I want to thank you guys all for joining us. If anyone has any questions, we'll be here in chat. And with that, we have the illustrious Earthland that will be taking over. Thank you guys, and thank you for the last 3 hours. And thank you, Internet Gods, for keeping my stream live. You guys have an awesome day, and I will see you down the road. Yeah, in the end, it doesn't matter.